Hello guys, and welcome back to the Breaking Butterfly podcast, or if you're new here, a very special welcome. Thank you so much for pressing play on this episode or YouTube video. I am recording this episode, so if you are listening in on the podcast and you want to see me and watch me record this, you can hop on over to my YouTube. That is in the show notes. If you are new here, the Breaking Butterfly podcast is a podcast all about confidence, spirituality, manifestation, business, really anything that I want to talk about, but mostly confidence in yourself, confidence in making money, confidence in your relationships, and truly just becoming the person that you've always wanted to be. So again, thank you so much for being here, and if you are a returning listener, thank you so much for coming back and listening to me over and over and over and over and over again. Today's episode, actually, okay, before I get into today's episode, I have a special announcement. I almost forgot my special announcement. I have officially launched my brand new program. It's my second group coaching program called Serve, and it is a program centered around building and growing a heart-centered business. And I'm so fucking excited about this because I have really fallen in love with group coaching. First of all, Metamorphosis, my first group coaching program, it's all centered on confidence, is my baby. It is where I thrive. It is like everything to me. And then I started getting obsessed with business along this journey, right? I started filling out my one-on-one client spots. I started filling out my group coaching spots, like selling out Metamorphosis, and started getting really, really obsessed with everything business. And my business has just blown up, since I started it last year. And I've just been dying to share everything that I've learned about business. I've just been dying to share it. So I created Serve. It's modeled after Metamorphosis, but it is more high level. It is more elite learning, all about business and creating your own business. This is centered more for coaches, healers, content creators, like VAs, anyone that's in a service-based industry that is creating an online presence and wanting to bring in more clients, more revenue. But we are going to be just teaching and learning a lot about just being a badass CEO in general as well. So if you have like a product-based business, Serve might not be right for you. This is very, very like service-based, heart-centered, online presence, like messaging, offering, like leads, clients, like all of that. But you are still welcome to join if you're just looking into how to make more money online, how to become a fearless, badass CEO. We're going to be going through everything messaging, everything online presence, everything like taking cold leads to hot leads. We're going to be talking about sales, which I feel is my strong suit in a lot of ways. And I'm going to teach you everything. I'm going to teach you literally everything that I have learned about business in 12 weeks. This is a 12-week group coaching program live on Zoom. There's also one-on-one spots available if you want to work with me one-on-one. Throughout the program, you can upgrade to a VIP one-on-one spot, and this begins May 18th. So fucking excited. May 18th, it's going to be a night group. So if you work a 9 to 5, we're going to get you out of the 9 to 5. But while you're in the 9 to 5, you will be able to hop onto the calls at night. Everything's going to be recorded. You're going to keep the information forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And yeah, there's nothing more powerful than being with other girls, other entrepreneurs that are really up-leveling their life, changing their life, ready to make moves and have freedom and quit their job. Like being in a group with those kinds of girls, you grow exponentially. Like you grow so much faster, and I just feel grateful to be able to like facilitate a space like this for others, because I would not be where I am today without a coach and without the group coaching experiences I've been in. There's just absolutely no way. Yeah, I would not be here. I would not be here recording this. So if you're interested, there is an application form in the show notes and the sales page, so you can go read a little bit more about Serve and what I'm offering and all of the details, and then you can apply in the application that's on the sales page or in the show notes. So I wanted to announce that because I'm super fucking excited to be in the space that I love in a group coaching setting and teaching something that I'm very, very passionate about. Like I said, this is mostly for coaches, healers, content creators, VAs, anyone offering a service in the online space. But this is going to be getting rid of your fears and your doubts, becoming fearless, knowing how to, balance all of the energies and manifest in your business. It's going to be everything, literally everything. So excited. I wanted to announce that first before I get into today's episode. But yeah, I think I mentioned all the details. Pretty sure I did. I'll talk about this a couple more times, but if you need more details, go to the sales page. That definitely has all the details in case I left anything out right now. So super excited. For today's episode, I want to talk a little bit more about business. It's only fitting that I talk about some more business and share some love and knowledge on what I'm truly passionate about. And I wanted to talk about the three key ingredients to having a powerful online presence. In today's world, this is kind of an opinion, but I'm going to say it. It's very difficult to have a successful business without a powerful online presence. Are there ways to do it? Yes. You can use advertisements, you can use different funnels and stuff like that. But, without a powerful online presence, without you showing up and having a really just powerful, potent, valuable social media, it's going to be very difficult to receive any clients or sales from anyone, right? People need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you, they need to get value from you. And really the foundation of your business is first focusing on the content, the social media, and having that online presence, that connection, and building your community, right? But a lot of us get very stuck when it comes to this. There's a lot of blocks, it can be uncomfortable, and I kind of wanted to just start out by diving into what are the three main key ingredients of having a powerful online presence, how you can start incorporating them even more. And then, in a further episode, I'll probably talk even more about the doubts and the fears and, this is something that we'll probably focus on even more in Serve, right? Is like breaking free from all of those fears and doubts and like weird blocks around social media, because I know that they're there because I've worked with so many people like building their online presences, and we're able to successfully work through them, of course, but I know that they're there. So I'll talk more on that later, but I wanted to just start out with giving this information of what like the three things are that you like truly need to have the online presence. So we're just gonna dive right in. Number one is value. Value. Okay, there are so many people in the online space creating content right now. People trying to be YouTubers, people starting podcasts, people becoming coaches, people becoming artists, people becoming like influencers. There's so much going on in the online space right now, and I don't want that to overwhelm anyone or make you feel like, oh my God, I couldn't do this. How am I gonna, make my name with all of these people already doing it? What do I have to offer? First off, you do have something to offer, and you have to just like claim that, honestly. You just have to claim that like, I have something to offer. I know that I do. It's almost like a deep knowing within you that you have something to offer, that there are people out there for you, and you just have to claim it. You truly do just have to like claim that you have that value to share. It might take some time to truly find it and find what your niche is, find what your style is of creating content. And again, this is something like we'll go through in Serve of like really finding the value you can provide, but you have value to provide, and it's just about claiming it and really acting on it and providing that through your platform. So when it comes to providing value on your platform, it's okay. It's a couple things. Number one, really you're just providing what your ideal client needs to hear, or what you at a younger time or you in your hardest, lowest times needed to hear. A lot of times when I write content, I just ask myself like, what would younger Maddie need to hear right now? Like, what would she need to hear? And I just write to her. I literally just write to her. I write exactly what she needs to hear. Sometimes I write exactly what I need to hear right now. Actually, a lot of times. I feel like having your business is the ultimate like spiritual journey, right? I say that all the time. It's the ultimate spiritual journey and like personal development journey. The hardest part about having your own business is literally just the personal development part. So a lot of times when I'm sharing content, it's me talking to myself of like what I'm going through right now, because I feel that the universe gives me trials or gives me things to work through, so then I can like speak on it more authentically, right? So I feel like providing value, it's less logical and more about like, what is your truth? What is your truth? What would you speak to yourself? What are you speaking to yourself? What do you need to hear? And by doing that, you are attracting people that need to hear that same message, that are like you, that can relate to you, and you can relate with them, right? It's going to be very difficult if you start a business and you're providing value to an ideal client or somebody that like you don't resonate with, you don't relate with, you don't like know anything about their life, right? I'm not going to become a coach on, what's an example? I don't know. I can't think of an, okay, like a health coach, like a food coach that helps with like binge eating disorder. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, oh, what value am I going to provide? Of course you're stuck. Of course you're stuck on where you should provide value because, well, you have no idea who you're talking to or like what you should be talking about. But when you like tune back into your truth and you stop thinking so logically and you just tune into like, okay, what is my truth? What can I provide? Like, what can I share with this world that I know is going to help someone? How can I just like speak to younger me, or how can I speak to the person that I'm trying to reach out to? A lot of times, I tell my clients, like, imagine your ideal client or younger you, like walking in right now and asking you a question and saying like, Maddie, I'm struggling so bad with this. How do I blank? How do I blank? And then I literally write my answer as if I was talking to her, and that's what I post. I imagine myself walking in and being like, Maddie, I literally cannot stop comparing myself to others. I just can't. Like, no matter what I do, I'm just comparing myself and feeling so low vibe, like I don't know what to do. Boom. And then I write as if I'm talking to her, and that's what I post, right? It's just what would you say? What would you share? Your truth with the world, that will help them just a little bit. That's really all it is. And I see a lot of people get stuck when talking about value, or trying to find the value that they can provide, but it's like, well, what's your experience? What's true to you? What's real for you? Just speak on that, truly. Just act like someone is asking you a question. Act like you are speaking to younger you, and just share. Just share. Just share. Just share what's coming from your heart. Yeah, just share what's coming from your heart. Another question to ask yourself when it comes to value is like, why are people following you? Right? Why are people following you? Are they following you because you make them feel safe? Are they following you because you share like tidbits of information every single day that just makes them a little bit smarter? Are you sharing like astrology facts that just helps them get to know themselves a little bit more every day? Like, why are they following you? Why are they following you? And again, if this starts to overwhelm you of like, well, I don't know, like, why would anyone follow me? I have no idea. Like, I don't know why anyone would follow me. I have nothing to share. Again, I want you to bring yourself back to like, what is your truth? What is your truth? Like, what is your experience? What have you learned? And a lot of business, like when people get into business, we start feeling this like imposter syndrome of like, I can't provide anything. Like, I don't have anything like that valuable to share. But I want you to like, again, take yourself away from like the logical parts of it and realize that like your passion and your service and your experience of your life is way more valuable than knowing a bunch of facts and knowing a bunch of knowledge, right? Even the knowledge that I provide, it's less learned through like reading and more learned through like my experience, right? You don't have to be this like this what would you say, like a, I don't know, bookworm, like knowledge freak to like have value to provide, right? You don't have to be like super duper book smart to have value to provide. You just have to be tuned into your truth and be willing to share that with others. So the first main ingredient to a powerful online presence, value. Just provide value in some way. What is your truth? What is your truth that you can share? If your ideal client or younger you came in and asked you a question, what would you say to her? And yeah, why are people following you? Why are people following you? And this takes time as well to like really find where you can provide your value or what feels authentic to you, and what you want to share, but that's all a part of the process. You just have to start asking yourself these questions and just go from there. So number 2, let's go to number 2. The second main ingredient that you need for a powerful online presence is authenticity. Authenticity, authenticity, authenticity. If you've listened to me for a while now, you know that this is like really huge for me, and it's huge for me for a reason. It's one of the main things that I teach in Metamorphosis, my confidence building program. It's going to be the main thing that I teach in Serve, if I'm being completely honest. Authenticity wins always. Authenticity is powerful. It's an attractive quality, like attractive in the sense of like you attract people to you when you are authentic. You attract money to you when you are authentic. You attract followers to you when you are authentic. You literally are like a magnet for what is meant for you when you are being authentic. Yes, you are a magnet for what is meant for you when you are being authentic. If you're trying to be somebody else, I'm not going to say like it's not going to work out for you. Like you can make it work if you're trying to be someone else, but like you're never going to be happy, and you're never going to find like the clients, the followers, the community, like the program, like everything that you want. Like it's never going to come to you if you're not truly being you. So to have a powerful online presence, you need to be yourself and be fully yourself. And you need to be prepared to realize that being yourself and fully yourself might not look like everybody else. Your platform might look like everybody else's. You might do it different than everybody else's. And I know there's so much information out there of like how to have a powerful, or like how to grow your Instagram and stuff like that, right? Especially on TikTok right now, there's a lot of like how to grow your Instagram, and people are like, post pictures like this, post at this time, post 3 times a day, or post 3 times a week, and then 2 reels, and then post this many stories, and then post this, and then post that, and then post this, and post this way. And they're all really good tips, and they all work. Anything that you read on the internet, like advice, like it all works, but it doesn't work for everybody, right? Like one thing that might work for one person might not work for another person, and vice versa. And I know how it can like feel to get caught up in that and feel like you need to be posting a certain way, or you get into the coaching space and you look at other coaches and you're like, oh, well, this person is successful, so I must need to like create content like that, because if they're successful and I want to be successful, then I need to create content like them. And I've even gotten stuck in this trap, not consciously, but just subconsciously. Like I've realized that I tried to be more like this or more like that or more anything but myself, because I was looking at other people that were different than me and they had success, and make this connection of like, well, if they have success and they're like this, then maybe I need to be more like that. But I want to instill in you that you can be successful, and you will be successful by being yourself and by being authentically yourself. And these people that we look up to, it's not that they're like a certain way, it's that they're more like themselves, right? I don't need to be more like this or be more like that. I need to be more like myself. That is the key. That is truly the key. So authenticity, being yourself and fully yourself, and just allowing yourself to be, and knowing that you are going to be successful if you do that. Another important thing to know about having an authentic online presence is being very specific about your problems. So when people get into the online space and you start creating content, or just like becoming a coach or becoming a VA or becoming, you know, whatever presence you have online, and niching down, people get nervous to niche down because they're afraid that, you know, talking about very specific problems, talking about very specific things in their life isn't going to get any eyes on them, or isn't going to like relate to as many people, because the problem is so specific, so niche specific. But it's actually the opposite. If you speak about everything, people will know you for nothing. Remember that. If you speak about everything and you're so broad and you're so generalized, people are going to remember you for nothing. You have to be specific. So when it comes to having an authentic online presence, it's about talking about what's actually going on in your life and being as specific as possible. I mean, you know, whatever you feel comfortable with. You don't have to share everything about your life. I certainly do not share everything about my life, but I talk about very specific things. Like, for example, I talk about like having a gamer boyfriend, right? This is a great example. And at first it's like, I'm thinking, oh, I shouldn't share this because I feel like, you know, most people, not everyone's going to relate to that. Not a lot of people are going to resonate with that, you know? Not everyone has a boyfriend who games. But I just trusted like this was something that I needed to speak on, even though it was specific, and it might not resonate with all of my listeners. That episode did so much better than any other episode I've done, because I was talking about something so specific where people were like, oh my God, you're speaking directly to me. If you listen to my podcast or you follow me and you feel like I say things like directly to you, it is because I am being so specific about my experience and what I go through. And, you know, a lot of people hold back from that because they think, oh, other people aren't going to feel the same way. I need to be more generalized. I need to more like just speak to the masses. No, the more authentic you are and the more you speak to like exactly what you're going through, the better it's going to be, the more successful you're going to be. I promise you this. I promise you this. I promise you this. And I posted this today on my Instagram, and I just like love this affirmation, and I feel like it goes so well with this to kind of wrap up the authenticity portion. Is the more authentic I am, the more loved I am, and the more authentic I am, the more magnetizing I am, and the more authentic I am, the more money I fucking make. Because it's true. I'm living this in my experience. Trust me, it's true. So number one, value. Give so much value to your ideal client, to your ideal follower, to your ideal audience member, in whatever way that you can. Number two, be authentic, be yourself and fully yourself. Even if it feels uncomfortable at first, keep pushing for it. Keep striving to commit to your authenticity. It's important, I promise. And then number three, and what I think is the most important part of a business and actually making money, is connection. Connection. So important, you guys. Connection. So I mean this in two ways. So number one is like connection through your content, right? But that's kind of in like the value, like what I was talking about in value of connecting through, like connecting to your listener, your ideal client, through like what you're speaking, what you're sharing, like your truth. Yes, you want to connect with them that way, and build community that way. But I'm more talking about like actually building connection with specific people, like in the DMs, getting into the DMs and actually building relationships with people. This is the most important part of building a business. And if you don't know where to start in your business, like, start building relationships. That's it. Truly. Yes, you can build relationship through your content as well, but if you're just starting out, it's about getting to know the people that are following you, getting to know the people that you want to be following you, getting to know just your community and building a community. And the only way to build community is building actual relationships with people, you know? And just for the sake of connecting, guys, connecting feels good. It feels amazing. It's why we're here on this earth in a lot of ways. And it's also what everybody wants and needs right now, you know, especially with the pandemic and everything. We're on social media more and more because we want to connect. We want to connect with others. And yes, it's amazing to just read the content, listen to the content, receive the content. But to actually have a conversation, you know, get on the phone with someone, send voice memos back and forth, send video messages back and forth, like that is where you are truly building something that is going to grow and flourish and become like an amazing thing. So connection, you know, sharing on your stories, like asking questions, doing polls, and then when people answer your polls, reach out to those people. A lot of time, like that's how I've built my community in a lot of ways, is I would write on my stories like a question like, do you struggle with body image? Do you struggle with confidence? Do you know your purpose? Do you struggle with how to find your purpose? And then everyone that answers that poll, I reach out, I DM them, and I message them, and I have a conversation with them, just because I want to help, just because I want to serve, just because I want to create that connection, create that community. And I really feel like that's how I've built everything to where it is right now, is through building those like valuable connections and relationships. People want that. They want that more than anything. Yes, they want the value. They want the information. They want to know that you can help them, that you can serve them, that you have something to provide for them. Yes, they want you to be authentic. They don't want to be following someone that isn't themselves and isn't speaking truth, isn't being true, or is trying to be someone else and put on this facade. They don't want that. But really, more than all of that, they want connection. They want to connect to you. And if you are just building your online presence, like, focus there, reach out to people. Another thing you can do is go to different like other pages that are similar to yours, like in your niche, or just like similar styles, and you can go to their followers or people that like and comment on their posts, interact with them, meet new people, meet new friends, like just talk to them, have conversations. And you know, this can be intimidating for some, and it also can seem like a waste of time for some. I can see that coming up of like, you know, I'm building a business or I'm building this presence, like I don't have time to just sit in the DMs all day. But if you look at like, you know, some of the people that are doing so well, a lot of times it's like either their value is just so like next level, right? The value that they're providing. And like the authenticity piece is important too, but a lot of times it's behind the scenes work. When you see someone with a powerful online presence, you know, they've been building this community, talking to people. You know, another reason this is important to talk to people and have conversations is like you're doing market research as well. You're learning about your ideal client, you're learning about your community, and then you can provide even deeper value. You can become even more just magnetizing and important and powerful and potent. Like you can become stronger by learning more about your ideal client. So it's really like a win-win-win conversation, win-win-win situation. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's a win-win-win situation if you are building relationships in the DMs. That's how I like have built my business, truly sending like, hi, thank you for the follow. If people follow me, if someone follows me and I love what they post, hi, oh my God, I love what you post. If someone answers a poll, hi, I saw you answered my poll. If someone comments on my post, like, hi, thank you for commenting on my post. I saw this picture. I fucking love this picture of you. Like, just connect. Like I said, it feels good. It raises your vibration, and it builds your community. It builds your presence. It builds your business. It makes you money, truly. And sometimes people have resistance, right? I'll talk about this in another episode, like I said, but we have this resistance to creating those connections or posting authentically or providing true value. We have resistance to all of these. And, you know, I have to like come back and ask, like, if you knew that doing these 3 things would make you $1 million, would you do it? Would you do it? The answer should be yes, right? If it's still no, then you have to ask yourself, be honest with yourself, like, why are you trying to create online presence? Because like, come on, it should be fun. It should be exciting. It should be a part of you. Like, it should be fun and exciting. It shouldn't be like a chore, you know? So, yes, if you do these 3 things and you focus on these 3 things, there is no doubt in my mind that you will not create a powerful online presence with your community. Provide them value. Provide them value. Be authentic. Be true to yourself. Be fully yourself. Even if it doesn't look like somebody else, be more yourself. That is where the success comes. Number 3, create connections with people. Doing these 3 things is like a foolproof recipe for a successful, powerful online presence. And like I said, having the powerful online presence is so important to your business, especially in today's age. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I do not buy anything that I have not seen on Instagram. Like, I don't shop in stores anymore. I don't like search Google. I don't search the web. I search Instagram. I search TikTok. Like, that's where I find my personal service providers and like products, clothes, jewelry, like anything. I find it off of social media, and I only buy it if I like their social media presence, the things they post, like their vibe, their values, all of these things. It's so important. So focus on these 3 things. Of course, there's so much more that goes into the online presence of the actual messaging and marketing and the strategy and, you know, the vibe, the colors, like everything, which, you know, you just have to go deeper to really find all of those, which I'll touch more on each of these in episodes and of course go fully into this and serve. But yeah, start here. Start with your value, authenticity, and connection. The rest can follow, and the rest will follow very organically. I know that. So I hope you guys loved this episode and loved this value that I wanted to provide with you guys. Yeah, serve. Doors are finally open if you want to learn more about business, learn more tips and information like this, and of course go a whole lot deeper and learn everything that you need to know to start making money online and have a powerful online presence. Link is in the show notes. You can go apply, you can go get more information, and of course my DMs are always open. If you have any specific questions about the program, I am more than happy to answer them for you. So never hesitate to reach out to me. Never hesitate to reach out and let me know your takeaways and how the podcast has helped you. Those messages like keep me going and make me so fucking happy. So yeah, I think that's all for today's episode. I love you guys so much. If you loved this, please share it on your story, leave a rating and a review. It would mean the absolute world to me. And yeah, I love you. Have an amazing week, and I will catch you in my next episode. Bye.